the Chief of Staff at the seat of the government, Honorable Frema Osi Wapare, Your Highness, Queen Mother Nana, if I get it wrong, please, I'm sorry. All royal dignitaries, the representative of the Asante Hene, Dr. Tony Simmons, Director General of ICRF, CIFR, Ms. Elsie Atafwa, the UNDP Uganda Resident Representative, all UN representatives and government officials, all distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. It is, I bring warm greetings from the Kabaka and the people of Buganda Kingdom. Thank you. I'm delighted to participate in this 2019 Global Landscapes Forum in Accra, and I sincerely thank the organizers and the Global Landscape Forum team for convening this important event and inviting His Majesty the Kabaka of Buganda, on whose behalf I am delighted to read this speech. It is a double joy for me to be in Accra because the Kingdom of Buganda and the Kabaka enjoy a very special relationship with Asante Hene of the Kingdom of the Ashanti and the people of Ghana. I commend the UN under the leadership of the Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, for drawing attention and brokering partnerships to address the environmental and climate change crisis facing the world. Environmental degradation and climate change are major threats to both people and nature around the world. The focus on the environment and addressing climate change is well evident in the 2030 Agenda, where 6 of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs, are focused on the planet and preservation of the environment. Therefore, accelerating progress towards the achievement of these noble goals is critical and requires strong partnerships at global, regional, national, and sub-regional, sub-national levels. Now, the theme of this forum, Restoring Africa's Landscapes, Uniting Actions from Above and Below, affirms the importance of these strong partnerships. Therefore, I would like to particularly thank the UN Environment Programme, UNEP, and UNDP for their support. In addition, the work of other UN agencies such as FAO, and UNICEF and UNESCO is equally appreciated. The recognition of the pivotal role played by non-state actors, such as traditional leaders and cultural institutions, by the UN is a welcome gesture. We have been instrumental for centuries in the protection and management of our natural resources within our communities. Hence, our engagement is fundamental and efforts real in fulfilling the responsibilities bestowed on us by tradition to protect our natural heritage for the benefit of all, today and tomorrow. I commend the UN for recognizing this and seeking to work more closely with traditional and cultural institutions as embedded in the UN Declaration, the UN Decade on Ecosystem Restoration 2021-2030, passed on 1st of March by the UN General Assembly, a declaration that aligns with the last 10 years of the SDGs. Now, Buganda Kingdom welcomes the partnership with the UN, the Asante Hene of Ghana, other culture keepers across Africa, and all partners to further our work on environmental protection, climate change, mitigation, and adaptation. In Africa, tradition and culture practices have played and continue to play a crucial role in conserving the environment. It is no surprise that the conservation or the Convention on Biological Diversity acknowledged and recognized the need to protect and encourage customary use of biological resources in accordance with traditional culture practices that are compatible with conservation or sustainable use requirements. Distinguished participants, historically, Buganda Kingdom has advocated for protection of forests, conservation of wetlands, and promotion of sustainable agriculture, among others. For example, Buganda's totem system of 56 clans is one of the few surviving and respected culture norms in the kingdom, which has played a key role in nature preservation. For example, each clan, which we call a chika, has a totem, or muziro, represented by an animal, an insect, or a plant, and it's forbidden to eat one's totem. Now, this ethical stance bestows responsibility to protect totems from harm and destruction, further promoting ecological sustainability. I wish to demonstrate the linkage between the totem and the ecosystem based on the Mamba clan or the Langfish clan. The Mamba clan head is based near the Mamamba wetland system. This is where the Langfish is found in plenty. And Mamba or Langfish is abundant in this area and other wetland systems in Uganda, where the shoebill stock is most predominant. There is therefore a close relationship between the Mamba clan and conservation of Mamamba wetland system, demonstrating the connectivity of the landscape between people and nature. Another example relates to customs on marriage. In Buganda, marriage between people of the same clan is prohibited. This in order to prevent the risk of hereditary diseases such as sickle cell anemia. Conversely, marrying into another clan is a positive culture norm as it promotes harmony and unity among the clans. On agriculture practices, Buganda Kingdom has practiced agroecology for a long time. Women in Buganda, like other parts of Africa, have and continue to be the most efficient custodians of multiple food species in their gardens, despite the fact that the land tenure system still disadvantages them. More needs to be done to support women gain greater access to and ownership of land resources to enable them to strengthen their ability to mitigate and adapt to climate change and its effects, and as a result, to better fend for their families and preserve biodiversity. Agroecological practices spanning hundreds of years have now been recognized scientifically and deemed relevant for sustainable food systems, advocated for by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the UN. This therefore speaks to the importance and role of indigenous knowledge, conservation and restoration of landscapes, as the theme suggests. It is therefore important that positive practices based on indigenous knowledge, endorsed and preserved through cultural institutions, be encouraged and integrated into interventions on environmental and nature preservation. Additionally, we see environmental degradation and climate change crisis as largely a manifestation of a lack of Obuntubulamu. Obuntubulamu, also defined as civility, is rooted in the African philosophy of Ubuntu, and it entails core social values of compassion, respect, dignity, responsibility, and integrity, among others. Now, a lack of intergenerational culture grooming caused a loss of values, especially among the younger generations, which has led to an acceptance of unethical behavior as a way of life that has disrupted and continues to negatively affect our environment. Therefore, in addressing the environment and climate change crisis, we should also aim to revive these very basic values. For example, in Buganda, we developed a program on Obuntubulamu as a tool for peace and development, which targets different sectors of society, and we believe this mechanism can significantly provide the answer to protecting our environment. Our HSAKATE program, which we established 13 years ago, focuses on sharing indigenous knowledge. It is a non-formal educational initiative designed to help guide younger generations on their search for self-awareness and grounding in today's digital age. We also recognize the integration of indigenous conservation methods in formal sector or formal school curriculum as critical to restoration, and see the role of parents in transferring traditional practices that show positive human qualities of environmental conservation to their children as pivotal. Distinguished participants, the Kingdom of Buganda remains committed and at the forefront of campaigning for protection of the environment, including wetlands and forests, and will continue to be a champion in these matters. Like other traditional and cultural institutions, the Kingdom of Buganda has had its fair share of challenges. In addressing these challenges, as non-state actors and conveners, we welcome this opportunity to partner on the UN Decade on Ecosystem Restoration. This would be a good opportunity for us to share our experiences, our knowledge, and work collaboratively with various stakeholders so we can address this urgent matter for both people and nature. We would also welcome further collaboration with other culture leaders within Uganda and across Africa as an opportunity for cross-learning, mobilizing action, and building stronger synergies. I thank you all for listening, and I wish you fruitful deliberations. Thank you.
Another round of applause for the Queen of the Kingdom of Buganda. From Uganda, Her Royal Highness, the Nnabagereka. Beyond the clap, please, let's give us a standing ovation again. She's come all the way from Uganda for us. Thank you very much, Your Royal Highness. Thank you very much.